So you know that I came to the ARE through the camp, and this is the ARE camp out at Rural Retreat, Virginia, 3,000 acres of beautiful mountain valley, and full of hundreds and hundreds of the most loving, kind, committed, dedicated people you'll ever want to meet. It's a wonderful, wonderful place, and really the heart of the ARE, living the Casey lifestyle day by day. So, it's been a big spring and really big week out at ARE camp. As most of you have heard about the fire, I'm going to be talking a little bit about how that all happened and what's happening as a result. But I'm going to start before the fire. We're going to bring you up the camp road. This is what it looks like out in the valley. It is just absolutely gorgeous. This is last fall. So you're coming up that road. And then this is the spring. You see, this is in April. The leaves still were not even on the trees yet. That's Rich Hopkins on the left, and Fred Dewey is in there. Some of you remember Fred being on the board, and Rich as well. Rob Laprelle is the guy on toward the right with the blue shirt. It's his family that owns the valley, that leases the camp to us, the 40 acres that we have our buildings on there in the valley. So that is the old shower house. That was the big project this year, building the new shower house. And so these folks and more showed up in April to tear the old one down, and it's pretty well down there. They pulled it over right after this. And there they are celebrating the demolition of the old shower house. And then the controlled fire that they had to dispose of some of the junk from the shower house. And then, using the same foundation as the old shower house, they started building the new shower house. New and improved, shall we say. Look at that. We're gonna have some. This is just, it's still not quite finished yet, but you can see. I mean, some of the quality of the workmanship. Hal Costley has been very involved in this too. I want to make sure I mention Hal's name, former board member and camp lover. He's just so dedicated. But so we have some outdoor sinks there. That's where you'll brush your teeth and all that before bed. I don't know what happened there. Oh, by the way, thank you to Bernadette for helping put this together. That mistake was mine, not hers. I just wanted to mention that. But anyway, thank you for helping me put this together. This is the shower house as of about 2 weeks ago. We are getting closer to having a working, breathing shower house. But again, just beautiful workmanship and quality materials. We have dozens and dozens of people streaming in. They come for a few days, they go away. They come back for a few days, other people come back, etc. So there are people up there that are feeding these people all the time, taking care of the camp, getting the rest of the camp ready for opening up next week. Well, this week actually. But anyway, so here's what that shower house looks like. It's going to have a nice porch on it. It's got private shower stalls. There's a custom door that Hal Costley made himself to fit these spots. And there's the new private shower stall. Isn't that going to be nice? Especially for those of us who have been to camp in the last 50 years. This is like the Ritz, like what? So yeah, so they've done a fantastic job putting the shower house together. They're still really, that's the project that they're focusing on right now. 90% of the construction volunteers are focused on this project until it's finished. So this is what they do after they're done working on the shower house all day. They went to the dining hall to hula hoop and eat and play guitar and just have fun together. There's the outside of the dining hall. A couple of years ago, after we had just invested another $100,000 in it to renovate, expand the kitchen and the dining hall and put on that beautiful new porch. That was probably, I guess, 5 years ago or something now, but still, it was a significant investment of time and money in just a beautiful building. Kevin told me yesterday that he really thought of this building as being the standard for what all the camp buildings should be. It was just a great, great building. There's on the inside. This was last year during a camp session. You can see, full of colors and artwork and just lots of life These beautiful oak tables and benches. They were just solid and just absolutely gorgeous. And the hardwood floor, just again, wonderful, wonderful spot. There's the kitchen, some cooks hard at work. There's DM and Mara. Really wonderful spot. You all remember Laura Dwyer, too. Laura oversaw the project to renovate this kitchen. She had been the head cook at camp for many, many years when Subi was camp manager. So this is the night before. This is Thursday night, this last week. This is one of the volunteers that was helping to cook for the crew last week, took this picture of the sunset, and she said it was the most beautiful sunset she had seen in her years at camp. Little did she know that at about 2:30 in the morning that very night, a couple campers were awakened by the sound of fire. And they ran down to the hill and the meadow. Haven't had this happen yet. So, of course it's going to happen in front of a group. And this is what they saw. Here's the new porch. Here's the kitchen section. The dining hall is on the far side down here. Now, the miracle is that no one was hurt. That's the blessing, right? No one was hurt. And the real miracle, I think, is that none of these buildings that are adjacent to the dining hall were affected in any way. Is that unbelievable? I mean, I still don't understand how that's even possible. The fire department is, 30 minutes away, so it's not like they, could be there immediately. And the phones weren't working because they were in this building mostly. And so somebody had to go down the road to get cell signal because you can't get cell signal. So, it took the fire department a while to get there. Anyway, they did a good job once they got there of keeping it contained, but my goodness. So this is the back, again, this is the back porch. What was the back porch? There's a picnic table right over here, which again was not destroyed in the fire. Just unbelievable. The next morning, still some hot spots you can see in the smoldering, just devastating to see what was left of the dining hall. So this is where those pictures were during the night of the fire. You can see that the porch was over on this side. Again, the kitchen. And here's a little shed for trash and recycling, and picnic table just over here. The porch steps still stood, as if to say, come on in. The pillars for the foundation, the footings. And then some of us started to notice another thing that made it through the night. Now, this is the bell that calls us all to the activities at camp. When it's time to have gatherings, we ring the bell. When it's time for dinner, we ring the bell. So this is really a symbol of being called to community. So the fact that it stood through the fire is really very symbolic to many of us. I also have to say that it's the object of disdain for all of the young campers who are awakened by that bell. So one of the main pranks at camp over the years has been to steal the bell, which is why we eventually put it way up there, because when it was more accessible, there was a lot of stealing going on. And when we made it unstealable even, kids would overnight somehow sneak out of their cabin and put duct tape all over the bell so you couldn't ring it in the morning. So the bell is a real important symbol at camp. So on Friday during the day, Malenka called at 6 o'clock in the morning to tell me the news, and I know Jenny and Kevin were involved very quickly also, and we started to figure out how we could start rebuilding right off the bat. There was never a question that I ever heard discussed about should we cancel camp this summer. It was just never even a consideration. It's just how are we going to make it happen? And so one of the things we did was with Carol's help and Jackie and Jenny and lots of other people here, we put together a website where we could direct people who wanted to donate money and also items like tables and games and all sorts of stuff that camp needs also to rebuild. So we put this up in a matter of just a few hours, and this was as of Monday. We had already raised $20,000 just in that first couple days from 79 people. I have an update on that in just a little bit, but please, if people are asking, yes, we have a specific website. You can go to the camp landing page, and there's a little button on the left side that says help rebuild the dining hall, and this is the page it gets you to. So we've already raised over $45,000 now for rebuilding camp. That includes 2 donations of $10,000 each. These people are dedicated, and we all just love this camp. Over 100 people have donated now. I mentioned the tables, games, kitchen items, guitars, and more. So again, if you're interested, Jenny sent out an email yesterday about donating items to camp, and there's a box, I think, outside of Cassie's office. There's a whole system of checking in to make sure that we don't have duplicates and all that stuff. So read your email, but we would appreciate your contributions at whatever level you're able to give them. Also, that includes here, dozens of people are streaming in to volunteer at camp. So if you have some time, come on out to camp and pitch in where you can. If you have, whether you have skills or not in terms of cooking or building, just come on out and be moral support. We could use all the help we can get. This was lunch a couple of days ago. This is the director's cabin at camp. There's Hal Costley again. So they were on the porch, and outside the porch of the director's cabin, John and Sandy Laprelle live in the big house just a mile down the camp road. And so that's sort of been the main headquarters in terms of that's what we have the closest stove, for instance. So they've been making some food down there and bringing it up to camp to make sure that our worker bees are well fed and taken care of. So this is a group that you cannot keep down. They're always going to find a way. So camp, as I mentioned, camp will go ahead as planned this summer. I mean, so tell everybody that asks you, are they still going ahead? Absolutely. We start with young adult retreat this weekend, so they're going to be coming in soon. Good thing they're young adults because it's not quite ready to go. We're still going to be digging out the rubble and dealing with insurance and all that. Hello.
I just wanted to make the point that so far we have not had one cancellation.
Fantastic. Did you hear that? Nancy says they haven't had one cancellation at camp, so that's great news. Yeah, thank you. That's wonderful. So yes, so spread the word. It's still going ahead. And not only going ahead, we'll be able to feed them. We found out that there are things called mobile kitchens. And so look, rapid response kitchen. This is for events just like this, fires, hurricanes, things like that. So this is a 52 or 53 foot long trailer with refrigerators, stoves, the whole, everything in it. This is a mobile kitchen. And so this is what we're going to have at camp for the next couple of months. Obviously it's not ideal. We will be rebuilding the dining hall, but that will take a lot of time. So, in the meantime, this is what it's going to be. And they've also bought like a wedding tent. You all know what I mean by wedding tent? So they bought a big wedding tent, and they're putting down decking, like a platform, underneath the tent so that they can put tables and chairs and stuff on that without sinking into the earth. So this temporary situation is still a big, big operation. We still have a lot of work to do. So again, if you have any time, talent, get on out there. Hello, Ellen.
So if the renovation we did before was $100,000, how could $50,000 rebuild the whole?
Very good question. That's a very practical question, Ellen. She says, how is $50,000 going to rebuild if that just the last renovation took $100,000? Insurance is part of that answer. The building was insured to a certain level, and some of the stuff inside was insured to a certain level. We also had a little bit of money that insurance will give us for lost revenue for the business. And so we're hoping that might come in around $200,000, but it's going to probably end up costing $300,000. Again, this is all guesswork at this point. We're all trying to figure out what we even want to build with a new dining hall, and let alone how much that's going to cost. So that $50,000 goal will be changing very quickly as soon as we're working with some people to get some of those estimates. So it will absolutely go to 75,000 at least, maybe 100,000. So again, this is a moving target. We're doing the best we can with dealing with it day by day. You bet. And you saw this slide. Camp was never about the buildings, it's about the people. This is from that's right. That's from the camp reunion a few years ago where we packed everybody onto that new porch, the dining hall. So thanks to everybody who's made this possible. We all feel loved and supported. So thank you very much.
What?
Check that out.
Is this something dead?
Yeah, zoom in on it.
Ooh.
Pretty good view inside. You can put it up to the glass if you need to, so people can see inside of it really well. I don't think there's a way in, so I think we're just gonna have to make do with looking through the glass. Wow, that bird's totally done for. Look at the one on the left. It's even more toast.
Pretty toasted.
Did you get a good view of the inside? I'm gonna walk around, okay? Just keep filming. I just want to see what else, if there's another way in. Because this door's welded shut. Like, it's welded.
Yeah?
There's something worth filming back here when you get a chance.
Okay. Find a way in?
No. Do you get a good, like, just overall, like, view of it from afar? Like with here, you see the burnt bed and just like right here. That's amazing. There's one jacked up truck right there.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is wrecked. Looks like someone was burning mattresses back here. Someone like cut a hole in the door over there. At every entry point around this building, someone has totally tried to absolutely destroy either the door or one of the bay doors or whatever. There's actually trucks inside, other things. If we go around here, we'll actually see an opening.
Okay.
I mean, there's no way we're getting in. They've got it. Someone put a lot of effort to make this place impenetrable. You could probably point that through one of these little windows. And look at that. Look how hard someone was trying to get in here. There's a forklift and there's a truck. Could probably get a better view somewhere else. Let's go around the other side. It's a pretty cool place. And look, there's a trailer on this side. You can actually see inside that if you want. You feel the heat radiating off this wall?
Yeah, it's really hot.
It's really warm. If I'm not mistaken, that house, that might be abandoned.
We'll have
see
to
that brick
check it
house?
out.
You see it?
Oh yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Check that out. Does that pick it up? Yeah, it does. It's pretty cool. Point the camera on one of these phones. Yeah, here's a clear. This is open right here. Yeah, see, it's like you can point it through here. Look, see, there's a opening.
Yeah. Can't really see anything.
Oh, you can't. I'm trying to get an idea. It's a big open space. Wish we could get in there and get some light on everything, but guess we can finish walking around this way. Make our way back.
Okay.
It's cool. Wish we could get inside. Check this out. You see what happened? This is neat. They busted the glass here and then put this big metal plate over the door to keep people from trying to get back in. Try to completely seal the place off. Well, I guess it'd be so easy to just bust that glass right there if you wanted to and just walk in.
Look, Rick, it's an owl statue.
Huh? Oh, yeah. There's so many dead birds in there. Wow. Like, there's tons of bird feathers. If you can put it up to the window, you can just see on the floor, that's bird